Hi everybody, if you like my videos, like and subscribe. It is cold out here and it is No Shave November. I got this floppy hat on to keep myself warm, and I think I'm gonna go make some chili. My wife says it's the best chili ever. It's simple to make, easy, anybody can make it. So let's go make some, see what you think. Okay, here's what you're gonna need. 2 pounds of ground round, 28-ounce Rotel with green chilies, 15-ounce tomato sauce. I'm going to use tomato soup today. Black beans, kidney beans, chili beans, 1 can each. 3 tablespoons of garlic powder. 1 bell pepper. 1 to 1.5 onions. 2 packs of Splenda. You can also use sugar if you want. 2 packs of chili powder. That's all you're going to need. Okay, let's get started. We got our meat, chili seasoning, green pepper. You can use half if you don't want that strong. Here's your onion. I usually use a half an onion because not everybody likes a lot of onion like I do. The Splenda's here because if I use tomato sauce instead of the tomato soup, it's a little bit acidic, so I use the Splenda or sugar to cut it down a little bit. I always have a pen with you for your recipe, because if you change something and you want to change it, write it down so you know how to do it the next time. I get in trouble for that a lot. And you got your pot and your cutting board. So let's get started. All right, first we're going to start with the ground beef. We're going to go ahead and start browning that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up these tubes. I usually like fresh, but this is what we have because it's easier for us when we go to buy stuff at the store. We buy a lot of it ahead of time, put it in the freezer. And then while my meat's browning, I'm going to go ahead and dice up my onions and peppers. That way they're done. So I'm going to get everything started. All right, when you get your meat started to brown, that's what we're starting here. Go ahead and put your garlic powder in with the meat. Because one thing I never understood is why people, they always say that, well, once you drain your meat, you lose your seasoning. I don't agree. I go ahead and put the seasoning in there. That way this meat is going, the brown meat will have a little bit of seasoning instead of being real bland. While I'm doing that, right there, go ahead and start cutting these up while it's cooking. I'm going to go ahead and use a whole pepper because they weren't very big. And then we'll come back here in just a minute. Okay, we're browning the meat, and the meat's not all the way thawed out. I have a little bit that you have to just cook, just brown it slow. There's no reason to speed anything up. I'm doing mine on medium. We got 3/4 of an onion. I use sweet onion, yellow onion. You can use whatever kind of onion you want. This is a green pepper. I cut straight off the top, straight off the bottom, and I just used around the middle, got rid of all the seeds, diced it up. Clean as you go. As you use something, get rid of it. I used a spoon, the measuring spoon, I cleaned it, I put it up. Right here, when I start putting these cans of stuff in, I'm going to turn right around, I'm going to throw them away, get rid of them. When you wash your hands and you dry your hands, you're going to have those paper towels that are a little bit damp. Don't throw them away, because you can use them to wipe off stuff on the counter, or they'll help absorb some of the grease if you go to throw the grease away. Don't dump the grease down your sink. All that's going to do is cause problems later. Okay, I just drained the meat. I'm going to put it back in the pot. Now, for all you people that say, oh, hamburger meat's hamburger meat. If you get the cheaper hamburger meat, then you're going to have a lot of grease. The hamburger meat I was using, that's all the grease you have. Just a little bit of grease. So once you strain it, you can let it cool a little bit, put a couple paper towels in there, throw it right in the garbage, and it's gone. If you use the cheaper stuff, what you're going to end up with is a lot of water in your when you strain it, and there's no need for it. So now I got the meat in here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the onion and pepper in. I'm just going to scrape them right off here, right in there, and then I'll put my chili seasoning in, and I'll stir everything up, and I'll cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, we got our onions, our peppers, and our seasoning in here. I'll go ahead and stir it all in. A lot of people say, well, why are you putting the seasoning in now? When you put the seasoning in, it coats the meat and the peppers and onions pretty good. So just go ahead and do that. let it coat pretty good. It sticks to the meat. And then here in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and open all these cans up in just a minute. I'll start adding those, and we will be ready to let it just start sitting and cooking. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Go ahead and you open up your can. I dump juice and all off cans. Don't strain your cans, because use the juice. Go ahead and throw it away. You have to dump your next can in. I use a variety of different beans. You can use whatever you want. Harder sometimes to get the tomato soup out of the can. Then my diced chilies. Put all that right in the pot. Go ahead and stir it up. There you go. Stir it up. Now if you like thick chili, leave it like that. If you like it a little bit thinner, add some water to it. This is your chili. Make it the way you like it. Some people like it thick, some people like it a little bit watery. Since I put the soup in, I probably will put about a half a can to a can of water in with the soup. And then we're just going to let this sit and simmer, and I'm going to clean up. And then only mess we're going to have when we're done is just the chili pot and whatever we eat it with. So there you have it. Just cook it low and slow. Keep it on medium. I usually cook it for a half hour, 45 minutes now, because really you just have to heat the beans. But you can cook it for a couple hours if you put it on low. I'm going to keep mine on medium. So other than that, clean up. Let it start cooking and clean up. Don't go sit down and watch TV. Don't go grab you a beer, which I'm going to have a beer anyway while I'm cleaning up. But that's just me. Go ahead, get everything cleaned up. So when you go to eat, just sit down and eat. You don't have any problem. You don't have to worry about it later. Okay, remember I told you to keep your paper towels. Got this little bit in here. Set your paper towels down in here. It'll absorb what water's in there. And then let it sit and cool off. And it'll harden. Then just throw it away. But other than that, get everything ready to eat, because it already smells good. There you are. Keep it clean. I got my pot with my chili. Got my tasting spoon. Got my wooden spoon that I'm stirring with. Oh, don't that look good?